If you have ridden Indiana Jones' Adventure at Disneyland, you have almost certainly never ridden it the same way twice. That is not a slogan, it is engineering. The ride opened in March of 1995. More than 400 Imagineers worked on it, with Tony Baxter leading a core team of about 100. And the problem they had was simple to say and very hard to solve. The story is about a Jeep that is barely under control. Something is always going wrong. The driver is improvising. Rocks are falling, the floor is giving way, and the whole thing feels 1 second from disaster. But a dark ride is the opposite of that. A dark ride is a vehicle bolted to a track, doing exactly what it did on the last cycle, and exactly what it will do on the next one. Perfectly in control. You cannot tell a story about losing control on a machine that has never lost control in its life. So Disney did not buy a ride system. They built one that did not exist. They called it the Enhanced Motion Vehicle. George McGinnis led its development, and Disney filed a patent on it in November of 1995. Here is what makes it different. The vehicle sits on a motion base of its own, so it can pitch and roll and lurch, independently of the track it is traveling along. The track decides where you go. The vehicle decides how it feels to get there. And because each transport carries its own ride control system, the show can be programmed rather than fixed. Disney has put the number of possible show programming combinations at around 160,000. That is why the Jeep seems to react to you. It is not following the scenery. It is performing against it. 2 transports leaving that temple a minute apart are running different shows. Same track, same rock work, same idol watching you go past, a different ride. So the near miss, you remember, the moment the floor dropped away. The swerve you swear was sharper than your friend's. All of that is a machine deciding in that instant how frightened you ought to be. Most rides show you the same thing every time and trust the theming to hide it. This one never had to. 3 decades on, those Jeeps are still improvising in the dark. Which Disney ride still gets you, no matter how many times you have ridden it? If you love the history Disney tried to bury, subscribe, and ride along with me, because every great kingdom starts with a single sketch.